Writing Prompts, WP. I wish for immortality until the last human dies, and I want to stay young and healthy, you tell the genie, proud of your clever wording. 17 quintillion years later, drifting along through the dead silent void, you spot your old co-worker Kyle. He's still alive, and he's still talking. The last two. I spot him from 1,000,000 kilometers away, a speck of movement against the void. After 17 quintillion years of nothing but black emptiness and dead stars, any change in the visual field is enough to jolt your consciousness fully awake. I adjust my trajectory, the gentle push of thought enough to alter my course. Space has been dead for eons. The stars burned out long ago. The last galaxy collapsed in on itself before I could even count to 1,000,000,000,000. Time has no meaning when you've outlived the cosmic background radiation. Yet there he is, unmistakable even at this distance. Kyle, my old co-worker from accounting, the one who never shut up about his weekend plans, his fantasy football league, his theories about our manager's hairpiece. As I drift closer, I can hear him. Somehow, across the vacuum of space, his voice reaches me. Perhaps it's a property of our immortality. Perhaps it's just the universe's final cruel joke. And I said to her, if you're not going to respect the playlist I made for the road trip, why even bother, you know? Oh, hey, holy shit, is that you? Hey! Kyle's face lights up with recognition. His appearance hasn't changed since I last saw him, at the company holiday party, just before I found the lamp. Young, healthy, exactly as I had specified in my wish. His business casual attire is still pristine, despite the eons. It's been forever, Kyle exclaims, drifting toward me with enthusiastic arm movements. I thought I was the only one left. This is incredible. I try to speak, but my voice is rusty from disuse. How long has it been since I spoke aloud? 10 trillion years? More? Kyle, I finally manage. How are you still alive? He grins, the same insufferable grin I remember from meetings where he'd volunteer us both for extra work. Found this lamp at the party, right? Made a wish for immortality until the last sentient being in the universe dies. Pretty clever, huh? Figure I'd get to see everything. Though I gotta say it got pretty boring after the heat death thing. My stomach sinks. You said sentient being? Not human? Yeah, why limit myself? Anyway, what have you been up to? Me? I've been composing this epic mental poem. It's about 13 quintillion verses long now. Want to hear it? I'll start from the beginning. I stare at Kyle, understanding dawning with cold, terrible clarity. My wish had been so specific, immortality until the last human dies. I cannot die while Kyle is alive, and Kyle cannot die until the last sentient being perishes. Then I see them, the subtle, almost imperceptible movements beneath Kyle's skin, the occasional bulges that ripple across his forehead, the momentary flicker in his eyes, revealing something else looking out. Kyle, I whisper, what happened to you? He pauses his monologue, his smile widening unnaturally far. Oh, that's the best part. Around year 4 trillion, I got so bored I started experimenting. Found out our immortality doesn't just preserve us, it adapts. His chest splits open, revealing writhing, glistening organisms nested within his ribcage. I've become an ecosystem, he says, his voice now harmonizing with thousands of tiny chittering sounds. These little fellows evolved inside me. They're sentient now. Each one thinks, dreams, communicates. I back away in horror as the creatures peek out from his eyes, mouth, and the pores of his skin, billions of them, all watching me with microscopic awareness. Every time one species dies out, Kyle continues, his voice disturbingly cheerful, another evolves to take its place. I'm an eternal incubator of consciousness, and as long as even one of my little friends remains sentient. I can never die, I finish, the full weight of eternity crashing down upon me. And neither can you, Kyle says brightly. Isn't that wonderful? Now, about my poem. As his endless chatter resumes, I scream into the void of space where no one will ever hear me. Not for 17 quintillion more years. Not for 17 quintillion after that. Not ever. The universe itself will die and be reborn countless times before the last of Kyle's inner civilizations fades away. And all the while, he will never, ever stop talking.